Time now for the Beer Chill Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, December 12th, 2015. Good morning to you all this lovely Saturday morning, December 12th, 2015 here. Here are your news and odds here on our top story at 8 a.m. on this Saturday morning here. Is the Little Boy J. Fritz, where delegates are expected to receive on Saturday afternoon the final draft of the landmark climate change accord that would, for the first time, commit nearly every country on the earth to lower their planet-warming greenhouse gas emissions. In capital Afghanistan, at least 7 people have been killed in the Taliban attack near the Spanish embassy in the capital, Kabul, the government said. FBI just recovered a number of items from a lake in the San Bernardino, where investigators have spent days searching for clues to last week's mass shooting. Coachella, California, a Southern California mosque was damaged in a fire that authorities said was intentionally set as flames were reported just afternoon Friday at the Islamic Center of Palm Springs, according to the Riverside County Fire Department. Oklahoma City, 2 out of the women sexually assaulted by a former Oklahoma City policeman said on Friday that they feared for their lives after the officer threatened them with arrest and violence that they did when they performed sexual acts on them. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. It's not easy to find a voter before the most closely watched election in Saudi Arabia's history. Only a relatively small fraction of Saudi cast ballots on Saturday in the Monthly Split Council races that will include women. In Seoul, South Korea, South Korea ended 2 days before an extensive high-level talks at a North Korean border town Saturday with a nation assuming a scheduled another meeting, leaving a mixed signal about reconciliation efforts. Carmakers are uncertain about what will happen in inventories piled up at dealerships and sold cars awaiting registration in New Delhi following an order by India's top environment court barring registration of new diesel-powered vehicles at the capital. Beirut, Syrian state media and an opposition to monitoring group say a car bomb has exploded in a government-held neighborhood in the central city of Horns, killing at least 8 people. Kiev, fighting broke out among the members of the Ukraine's Willing Coalition in Parliament on Friday after a member of President Petro Poroshenko's bloc physically picked up the Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk and pulled him up from the podium. In election after election, generally but always well before the voting starts, pundits started wondering about what the possibility of a broken party convention. Washington, Republicans don't see Donald Trump's electoral or compassionate is viewed by the Republican and registered voters as the party's most decisive, most competent, and most electable candidate, according to new Associated Press poll. Albany, New York. For the second time in many weeks, a former top New York politician was convicted on federal corruption charge prompting calls for several rules to President Trump for undermining citizens' their trust in the state government. House Speaker Paul Ryan and Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi have a rare dinner together Friday in the Wisconsin Republicans' Capitol office. In New York, it has been so long since the Federal Reserve raised the interest rate that U.S. stock market investors probably should not look to the past cycles for their clues about potential winners and losers. Meal delivery services at an employees in Denver, Colorado, operations to handle the holiday online shopping deliveries as USPS has turned into a new high-speed sorting machine that is the size of the football field and semi-second to help sort mail. But now, shoppers eager to pick up kits and merchandise can browse the outlets, rich paper with historic closed sides as a change. First shop opened in the Ritzy Robinson Boulevard of Los Angeles in 2000. Beijing, the heaviest bomb. Shrouded in Beijing this week as it would be boom for China's descent. Electric car marketed with some dealers saying that inquiries about electric models are for almost intent. This could be easily a close-up photo with a tiny patch to the beach and just be a micro image of the greens in a child sandbox with a bucket and spade just out of it. Shot. It's probably to be a deeply dismal December for Chipotle Mexican Grill, despite public health officials have once again greenlighting the reopening of the brand South Lake Union outlet in Seattle. The initial phase of the inoculation in the country of Mexico will focus about 40,000 people in areas where then figure an extended endemic. There isn't enough evidence yet to say whether routine full body skin cancer screeners are safe or effective, according to new proposed U.S. The federal government has penalized the 758 hospital with higher rates of patient safety, and since then, more than half of those placed them in final last year Medicare record showed. And released late Wednesday showed. Okay, Peter Chill News Time is now 8:04. Time for all. Sports reporter last night, the Boston Celtics put up a good effort against the Golden State Warriors. But in the end, the Warriors prevailed in double overtime, 124-119 here. And Norton Lancers girls varsity basketball team fall to the Hopkins Hills last night at Hopkins, 54-34. This afternoon, the Boston Bruins will have a afternoon Monday game against the Florida Panthers at the Garden Wall. The Boston Celtics will be down in Charlotte, taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Game time, 7 o'clock. As Golden State Warriors are 24-0. Right, years ago, when this is the first one down for pools for San Angels. Frank Edgar, the Minnesota is number one, considers fairway that no matter who wins between Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor, their title reign might very well end against Edgar, and Switzerland's two greatest tennis players will join forces at next year's Rio Olympics when Roger Federer and Martina Hingis played together in mixed doubles. Here, telling news time is now 8:05. Time for Trevor Portier on this Saturday morning. Maybe. Let's take a look at the maps here, where, wow, it is both sailing highways and byways in New England here. Except we got one accident here, which is Route 128 on the southbound side here. Around exit 33B, which is around Route 3A in Burlington, so expect a little delays here. But otherwise, a smooth sailing commute here on this Saturday morning highways and byways in New England here. And look at that MBTA alerts here. Buses will place in red line service between Kendall, MIT, and Park Street, stations on December 12th and 13th for the starting end of the service. Got meter rail. It's looking good here, and on the ferries, they are looking good. Peter telling news times now 8:06 here on this Saturday morning. It's time out for weather report here for today. Most sides got about 60 degrees, west from about 3 to 6 miles an hour here. For the night, increase got about 40 degrees, calm wind. For Sunday, clouds got about 53 degrees, calm wind, with northeast wind at 5 miles in the afternoon. Sunday night, temperatures with a slight temperature showers of 1 a.m. Clouds got low at 41 degrees, light east wind, chance of is 20%. Monday, temperatures with a chance of showers before 2 p.m. Then a chance of showers after 2 p.m. Clouds got about 53 degrees and southeast at about 3 to 8 miles an hour, chance of 50%. Monday night, showers available before 4 a.m. The rain can be enemy times around 50 degrees, breezy, anticipation 9%. Tuesday, most of the most skies have about 57 about 39 degrees. Wednesday, most of the most skies have about 49 about 39 degrees. Thursday, chance of showers, most skies have about 54 about 40 degrees. Anticipation 35% for Friday. Chance of showers, most skies about 46 degrees. Anticipation 30%. Currently here, not near 51 degrees with clear skies. Humidity at 66%. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel. Saturday morning news on this Saturday morning, December the 12th, 2059. Peter Wiz, hope you have a good morning, a good positive day to the end, and have a good day.